Hey guys, thanks for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to show you this makeup that I did. I just saw an inspiration picture through Natasha Denona's account. She was coming out with a new collection, like with different colors, and the model looked so beautiful. The combinations of how she put that very icy kind of color on the eye, I wanted to try. But I did a little bit different. I used colors that were a little bit more teal than icy blue. So yeah, this was my take on it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Let me show you how I did it. I already moisturized my face and I did put sunscreen on, and so my face is pretty moist already. So I'm gonna start off with a little bit of, actually, should I do eyeshadow first? I think I'm gonna do eyeshadow first. I don't really use primer for my eyeshadow when I'm doing a tutorial because, to be really honest, I hardly ever end up using it all day. There's a couple times where I have, and then you'll see me use primer, but I'm just gonna use concealer. This is the Shape Tape Concealer in medium. Alright, so set everything down. I'm gonna use my Viseart palette. The top of it broke, so I'm just gonna use this guy right here. They don't have names, they just have, the way I do it actually, whenever I have to write notes, they have the same palette in my kit. I'll just say like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is number 3. Wait, 2. I saw a Natasha Denona video that she was using with her new products, and I thought I would try to like recreate it somewhat. I'm going to use different colors obviously, but I really like the way it looked. But to start off with, I'm going to use this Too Faced eyeshadow. It's called Exclusive. This was actually in a palette, but I pretty much broke it apart because the palette was so big. So I'm going to pat this all over my eyelid, pretty much up into the crease, a little bit higher than the crease, because when I look straight forward, I wanted to still be able to see what I'm using. I don't have a small mirror. I'm just going to have to carry this mirror. So I'm going back with the Viseart palette and using that first one. This is a little bit peachier, so it's a good transition. You could have done this before, but sometimes I just like to put the shimmery color first to see kind of how it goes. So I'm going right at the edge of that shimmer color and just literally going back and forth and swiping, creating that shape. Alright, I'm going to do the same thing on the other eye. Alright, now that I have both of those down, I'm actually going to use, I want to use this color. It's called Jaded. It's a NYX eyeshadow. These are part of like their newer collection. I did one video way back when these first came out. But I want to use some of this to kind of add more dimension to my eye, so it's a little bit deeper. So I'm going to use that and then kind of add that to the outer. And then a little bit on the inner. So instead of using matte, I'm just going to be using all shimmer all over the lid. Taking a different brush, just kind of tapering that. Because I want the center to be a little bit more shimmery, I'm going to use that first color again, but I'm going to foil it. So I'm going to pick up the color and then spray it. I'm using the Milani Make It Last spray. Then I'm going to add that in the center because I just want it to be a little more like gleaming, and yeah, that does it. Same thing on the other eye. Look at the difference, like just from one eye to another. So it's really important that when you're doing this kind of foil method, that you really are strategic about how you place it, and you're literally painting it on. It's trickier to blend, so you can go a little bit lighter on the edges, but moving on to my face, I'm just going to go back to the eyes in a bit. I'm going to use my Mehron Anti-Shine. I've been really liking this only on the nose area where I get very oily and greasy. It kind of prevents it from doing it as much. It still will, but not as much as if when I was not wearing it. In today's video, I'm going to use a mixture of the Covergirl Elixir. This color is in 745. It's a really like true NC42 type. So I'm going to have to mix a little bit of my Loreal 24-Hour Pro Glo in 205 just to lighten it up a tad bit. Alright, this is a little too tan still, so that's okay because I'm going to use my concealer. This is medium in Shape Tape. It's a very light concealer, almost too light, but I'm just going to add a little bit there. Sometimes when it's too light, your foundation, you can always fix it with your concealer, or vice versa. You can always kind of fix a darker foundation or a lighter foundation with like bronzer. So there's a lot of ways to fix foundations if it's not exactly your shade. I normally wouldn't put this much concealer all over the face, but I do want it to be more even to my skin. So I'm going to be going between the butt and the point of the beauty blender type thing. Sometimes this foundation can be a little bit dewy, and I like that about it, except I do need it to be more matte when I add my bronzer and blush. I'll first put the powder all over my under eye area, but then I'll kind of take it and just push it in the areas where I'm going to bronze. I'm going to line a little bit of the top with this black eyeliner. It's from Julep. I got it from my sister in a little Ipsy. It's very similar to like a gel, but it will set. So anyways, I'm going to put that on the top of my lash line. And then using the black and the Viseart palette, I'm going to set it, but also smudge it a little bit. I don't want it to be super perfect or like a liner per se. I want it to be super dark, but like smudged up. Alright, I'm going to curl my lashes and put some mascara, and then I'm also going to throw on these lashes. These are actually new to the Ardell line. They're the Wispies, the Faux Mink Wispies, which is like so smart because these Faux Mink ones are amazing, and obviously the wispy shape is amazing, but these just like have like a very beautiful like ends that like the tip of them are just very fine. They're so beautiful. So anyways, I'm gonna put those on and I'll be right back. Alright guys, I'm back. Holy crap, these lashes are now my new favorite. So I really love the 811s from Ardell. They're like faux mink ones, and they're in this like striped kind of packaging that kind of looks like Sephora. They're so beautiful. The 811s are very similar to the Wispies, but they just like finally, they just did it right. The brow palette that I've been using a ton lately is this brow pencil. It's the Precision Brow Pencil by NYX, and the color that I use it is an ash brown. I haven't used this in a while. This is my MAC palette, and this is the color Shadester. Shadester is very tan, a little bit too tan for me, but I'm gonna use it with the light hand. What I like to do sometimes, especially now that I'm a little bit lighter, I like to take my face powder that's usually my summer color, and then use that almost as a transition. Shadester's really pretty. I used to always use it back in the day. For my blush, I'm using the color Peaches. Peaches is just my ultimate favorite blush. It's the kind of blush that goes with every color, especially when you're using like golds or bronze, or even like for me, I like using oranges with like blues or hues of green and things like that. It just looks so good. Taking a little bit of the Shadester and just kind of like adding a little bit of color to my nose. Alright, I'm going to finish my eyes because I just want it to look complete already. So I'm going to take that eyeliner again. I'm going to tightline. For my lower lash line, just to kind of add more green, I'm using the color Bottle Green by MAC. This green is beautiful. It's like one of those really ultimate matte black or matte hunter greens. I just love it. I think it's a very flattering color on girls with dark brown eyes. It just kind of brings out the different like auburn colors in your eyes. Yes. I'm gonna get even closer with a black eyeshadow, the same black that I use on the top. I'm just gonna kind of dab it along the lash line. Alright, today for my highlight, I actually don't want to use a powder. I want to use this guy. This is a liquid illuminator from NYX. This specific color is in the color Gleam. So what I usually do is I kind of like spill a little bit on my palette. Foundation, this was the concealer I use for my eye to cover my brows, and then so that's a little bit of the highlighter. And I'm just going to kind of like spread it out, get it evenly on my sponge, and then tap it. Oh, that's so pretty. The thing I like about these specific illuminators is that when they dry, they don't get creamy and they don't like disappear. They pretty much stay put. To top it off a little bit, I'm going to take this eyeshadow. This is the eyeshadow from Essence, and it's in the color All About Sunrise. These are all limited edition, like every single one is different, but a lot of them tend to be the same. So anyways, I'm taking the corner color, which is a very pale white. It's super, super sparkly, like very sparkly. But I like to just do that on the top, just to kind of add a little extraness. So now you have a super sheen. Alright, let me just throw on some bottom mascara. I'm using the Gigablack by MAC. I'm going to spray my face with a little bit of this Milani Make It Last spray. I think they have one. No, MAC has one coming out with this, like a mattifying one, so I'm curious to know how that works, but we'll see. And I was thinking of was Sandstorm, which is a little bit more on the peachy tone. Yes. Alright guys, that's the finished makeup. I hope you liked it. What do you guys think? Would you wear these colors? Yeah, it just reminded me very much of like the Natasha Denona, like what she put out with lately. And I think hers is a little bit more like sky blue, but I wanted to go a little bit more teal. If you guys are going to try this, please let me know in the comments. I would love to know. And if you do try it, tag me on it or just send it to me, DM it to me on Instagram or Snapchat even. I always see comments saying, oh my god, I gotta try this, or oh my god, I'm totally gonna try this weekend. And I want to know how it went. So please, please share those with me because I want to know too, you know, did it work? Alright, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.